So before the internet, cultures and ideas were spread first by gesture, then by word of mouth, images, writing, printing, radio, and finally the TV. The internet has become the primordial ooze from which new cultures, specifically from which new ideas, are born, spread, and then become viral. How they become memes.
What's a meme made of? What's a word made of? Sometimes when people say, do memes exist? I say, well, do words exist?
Look around you. Here will do, in this room. All around us, still clumsily drifting about in its primeval soup of culture, is information that we copy from person to person by imitation. By language, by talking, by telling stories, by wearing clothes, by doing things. This is the Greek word, mimeme, which means that which is imitated. Remember that. That's the core definition, that which is imitated. And abbreviated it to meme just because it sounds good and made a good meme, an effective spreading meme.
What's a meme made of? What are bits made of, Mom? Not silicon. They're made of information. It can be carried in any physical medium. And that's what a meme is an information packet with attitude. Words are memes that can be pronounced. Then there's all the other memes that can't be pronounced. They're different species of memes. Well, it's ideas, not worms, that hijack our brains. They're very easy to misuse. That's why they're dangerous.
We have new kind of memes now. I do honestly think now we need a new word for technological memes. Let's call them techno memes or teams. Because the processes are getting different. Our children are growing up very quickly learning to read, learning to use machinery.
The machinery, the new programs and media of communication, require only a minimal literacy and familiarity to use. The skill and learning required to encode and decode messages, to communicate ideas, has never before been so easy to use. We now exist in a glut of information, all of which has been mediated, and the memes that emerge, the teams, are heavily influenced by the people who have learned how to manipulate these new media to popularize ideas, to create replicating ideas, to create memes. There is no set way a meme becomes a meme, especially on the internet, but some things can make certain ideas, practices, or people more infectious. One example of an infectious idea is the image macro. An image macro is a picture, an image, with writing superimposed on top of it. Perhaps the most famous of these image macro genres is the LOLcat phenomenon. The LOLcat began on the message and image board B on 4chan. The users of B started posting images of cats in amusing poses on Saturdays, which they quickly renamed Catterdays in 2005. The LOLcat format quickly became viral, images adhering to the basic LOLcat formula soon appearing in emails, Flickr, Facebook, and other forums. The phenomenon then moved beyond B and the internet into the quote-unquote real world. iCanCheeseburger.com published books of LOLcats, and they have been seen in advertising panels and as amusing office images. The LOLcat is both amusing and often cute, but the images reveal something about their originators, the anonymous users of B. The LOLcats were created as amusing, laugh-out-loud images, but the primacy of the cat image over images of other animals such as chipmunks, horses, dogs, squirrels, and walruses says something. B fucking loves cats, and as they put it, post on B about CP, post about racism, post about anything and everything, but don't you fucking dare post images of you hurting a cat. Seriously. B has a heart. It is filled with kittens. Don't fuck with us and our kittens. The truth of this statement was revealed when Oklahoma teen Kenny Glenn and his brother posted a video of Kenny abusing their family cat. Anonymous grabbed hold of the idea with a vengeance. They used their knowledge of the Mediascape to not only publicize the video, but to identify Kenny in it and get the local sheriff to make an arrest. The Glenn's personal information soon began appearing on websites such as KennyGlenn.net. The YouTube video rapidly increased in view counts, and the public at large began to mobilize in defense of the abused cat Dusty. Kenny Glenn and his cat abuse had become a meme. But wait, how does that work? How do some memes become the memes that they are?
Do you hear the people singing the song of angry men? It is the music of a people who will not be slaves again. When the
19th century Paris was a warren of interconnected alleyways and streets with no main thoroughfares. The infrastructure of the city allowed the university students in the early 1800s to take control of the city, despite an extreme lack of relative power compared to the French army and the government. They were able to hold the city for several weeks, using their knowledge of the byways to control traffic in and out of the main city. Eventually they were stopped, but the same can be said of many groups on the internet. The different media on the internet act as small alleyways, and there is no main thoroughfare of information to prevent groups like Anonymous from taking control of the small alleyways of Twitter, Dig, and others to publicize their ideas and control the stream of information. At some point this metaphor will fail, but the concept works. These new media create new channels of communication on the internet, and if you understand how they work, you can increase the exposure of your potential meme and increase the likelihood that it will catch and become infectious. These new media are allowing some slight increase in control over the creation of memes by allowing the proliferation of ideas and links to the same idea over and over again, and groups like Anonymous who understand the byways and the flaws created in the systems of Dig and Twitter are able to control, to some extent, what ideas, what concepts, what people are the most highly exposed on the internet, and which then will become memes.